You're in a hotel room. The towels are perfectly white, unbelievably fluffy. You've had a long day, a great shower, and as you're packing up, that little voice pops into your head. You could just take one, a little souvenir, but then you hesitate. You stop. You might chalk it up to your conscience kicking in, but the reason why you pause is actually way more fascinating. The hesitation isn't you just being a good person, it's you reacting to an invisible multi-layered system of tech and psychology that hotels have been quietly perfecting. It's a system designed to do one thing: guide your decision without you ever realizing it's there. So we're going to pull back the curtain, because the real reason you don't steal that towel has less to do with a sudden moral crisis and a lot more to do with a brilliant, subtle, and surprising high-tech strategy. To get why the solution is so clever, you first have to understand the sheer scale of the problem. For decades, hotels have been fighting a quiet, expensive war against theft. Their biggest enemy? The disappearing towel. It sounds almost trivial, right? But when you multiply one souvenir towel by thousands of rooms and millions of guests, the costs become massive. While some older estimates put the cost of hotel theft in the US at around $100 million a year, that number is likely much higher today. Especially considering guest theft of everything from robes to electronics. Almost 9 out of 10 hotel employees report towels go missing on a regular basis. For a long time, hotels didn't have many good options. They could use cheaper, scratchier towels, but that ruins the guest experience. They could lock everything down, but who wants to stay in a room that feels like a prison? For the most part, they just had to eat the costs and hope most hotel guests were honest. This constant drain, what the industry calls shrinkage, was just part of doing business. A mid-sized hotel could lose tens of thousands of dollars a year just from missing linens. In some extreme cases reported by hotel associations, those losses can climb much higher. It was an unsustainable problem, just waiting for a modern solution. And that solution came in 2 parts. One high-tech and one deeply psychological. The first big turning point wasn't a change in human behavior, but a tiny piece of technology you'd never even see. Some hotels, particularly in the luxury sector, began selling tiny, waterproof RFID chips into their linens. RFID, or radio frequency identification, gives every single towel and bathrobe a unique digital ID. These chips are no bigger than a grain of rice, totally invisible to you, and tough enough to survive hundreds of washes. Now this is where it gets smart. RFID readers in laundry chutes and linen closets let the hotel software automatically log how many towels go down to the laundry, how many come back. It's a huge boost for efficiency. But what about theft? While not a widespread practice, the technology can be used to track items leaving the building. In this scenario, if a towel with RFID tag passes a sensor at a hotel exit, it could trigger a silent alert, logging that an item from a specific room has left the property. There's no loud, embarrassing alarm, the hotel just knows. One vendor case study reported that after implementing RFID tags, a hotel's monthly towel losses dropped from $4,000 to just $750, saving them over $16,000 a month. So while you probably won't find this tech in every hotel you visit, for the properties that do use it, the towels are no longer anonymous disposable items. They're tracked assets. Technology is only half the battle. Let's be real. Hotels know that accusing a guest of stealing a towel is terrible for business. The real goal isn't to catch thieves, it's to stop the theft from even happening in the first place. This brings us to the truly brilliant part, the psychological shift. Instead of treating you like a potential criminal, savvy hotels started treating you like a potential customer. You've probably seen the little signs, an elegant card on the bathroom counter or a note in the guest directory that says something like, "Enjoyed our signature bathrobes?" A new one can be purchased from the front desk. Or more directly, our towels and robes are available for you to take home. A charge of $75 will be conveniently added to your bill. This simple message completely reframes the situation. The towel is no longer a freebie, it's a product for sale. Suddenly taking it isn't a cheeky act of souvenir collecting, it's an act of shoplifting. The item now has a clear and often inflated price tag. This strategy taps into a powerful cognitive bias called loss aversion. Behavioral economics teaches us that the pain of losing something often feels much stronger than the pleasure of gaining something of equal value. When a hotel puts a $50 price tag on a pillow, they're making you feel the potential loss of $50 from your wallet. The feeling is so much stronger of a deterrent than the vague idea of getting a free towel. It's the same psychology used in minibars. You don't feel like you're stealing that tiny little bottle of whiskey. You know you're making a purchase. By making the price explicit, Hotels remove the ability to rationalize that theft. Your thought process shifts from, they'll never miss this one, to yikes, I don't want to pay $35 for a used towel. The final layer is all around you, baked into the hotel's very design. It's a concept from criminology known as CPTED, or crime prevention through environmental design. The core idea is simple. The physical layout of a space can influence your behavior, reduce opportunities for crime, and increase the subtle feeling of being seen. Hotels are masters of this. Think about modern hotel lobbies. They're often wide, open spaces, with the front desk positioned for a clear view of the entrances and elevators. That's not just for aesthetics, it's a principle called natural surveillance. It creates a persistent, low-key feeling that staff are aware of who's coming and going. This extends beyond the lobby. Well-lit hallways and the visible presence of housekeeping staff all contribute to an environment where anonymous actions feel less possible. When housekeepers clean a room, they often follow a strict inventory checklist. They know exactly how many towels should be in there. This procedural accountability makes guests subconsciously feel like their actions are more likely to be noticed. You're less likely to do something you shouldn't when you feel like you're being observed. The hotel doesn't need a "we're watching you" sign. The open layout and attentive staff create a gentle pressure to follow the rules, all without feeling restrictive. So the next time you're packing your bag and you pause before swiping that fluffy towel, you'll know what's really going on. It's not just your conscience. It's the invisible weight of a clever system working exactly as designed. It's a subconscious awareness that a towel might have a digital tracker. It's the psychological switch that turned a freebie into a retail product with a hefty price tag. And it's the subtle environmental cues that make you feel seen and accountable. Hotels haven't just thrown up their hands. The smart ones have built an intricate architecture of loss prevention. They don't want to punish you. They just want to gently nudge you towards making the right decision. And most of the time, it works. This blend of tech and psychology is everywhere, not just in hotels. What are some of the cleverest psychological nudges you've noticed out there in the world? Share your comments below. And if you're enjoying covering the hidden systems that shape our lives, make sure to subscribe and hit the notifications as well for more videos that pull back the curtain on the psychology of everything and anything I find interesting. Bye.